Hi, everybody. This is a video for Monday, April 28th. I gave the kids 5-minute observation time to check their plants. Today is design your own experiment test day number 5. So you'll have to either get those notes from your partner or go ahead and get them when you come back. Okay, so I'm getting out because actually, let's do this. If you remember, I had you guys on Friday, I gave you a hard copy of this lesson number 1, living things and the environment. We're focused on a new unit, matter and energy and ecosystems. Your homework over the weekend was to take those 8 vocabulary terms that are in the middle there: organism, habitat, biotic factor, abiotic factor, population, community, ecosystem, and limiting factor. And you were supposed to create flashcards for those. So when I come back and we just took a minute to go over the vocab, make sure everybody had the correct definitions. And then I had everybody go into Schoology and I don't have it. When you go into Schoology, you're going to see a link to this video. It's the wetlands of Nebraska. So Nebraska State Standards wants us to focus on ecosystems, but instead of studying like the Sahara Desert or I don't know, the Arctic or different places worldwide, they want us to focus on some ecosystems here in the state of Nebraska. So a lot of you guys have been to the wetlands, you've been to the sand hills, you've maybe gone fishing there or camping there, driven through there. It's an actually just really beautiful place, very special to me. Have anybody ever been to Lake McConaughey or Ogallala? It's right in the middle of the wetlands, and Nebraska is very unique in that we have these little pockets of ponds and lakes and marshes. And people think of Nebraska as being very flat and very boring to drive through. And if you're driving along I-80, it is. But when you get off of I-80 and you're actually in the country, Nebraska is actually very beautiful and picturesque. And we have a lot of unique wildlife and a lot of unique pockets of habitats. So you're going to watch this Wetlands of Nebraska. And while you watch it, you are going to fill out in Schoology, there's a Nebraska wetlands video. And I just want you to practice your vocabulary. So I chose 7 of the 8 words. I didn't include ecosystem because the sandhills, wetlands are the ecosystem. But I included all the other vocab terms. So organism, population, community, habitat, biotic factor, abiotic factor, and limiting factor. I want you to go ahead and write down the definition and then watch the video. And as you watch it, I want you to pull out some examples, okay? They do tell you a couple specific names of organisms, and I'd like you to use those. Don't just look and go, oh, I saw a bird. Don't be very generic. An organism is a specific type of living thing. And a population is one of those living things. And so just wait and listen in the video for the specific names of those organisms. If you have any questions, it says right here, refer back to your text if needed. And so come on back here. On Friday, I asked you guys just to read through these as you picked up the definitions. You were supposed to have read through. If you have a hard time remembering, like what's the difference between organism, population, community, come on through. Just read through it again really quickly, and then especially limiting factor. That's something that's a little bit different, maybe that you haven't heard before. So there's limiting factor on this page. That's what it is. Here are some examples: food and water, climate and weather, space and shelter. Be very specific. Listen very carefully in the video for some ideas. You're going to have to maybe make some inferences. They may not say this is a limiting factor. There's one in particular I'm thinking of where they say, it's a problem and they start talking about this problem, and it's a problem because it's a limiting factor. So listen to the video carefully. This is due on Tuesday. Let me know if you have any questions.